this side, a lot of transition color, and it's got plenty enough dark on this side for you to do outer V, lining under, and doing your brow, and really do anything you want to do. So this is a fantastic palette. Again, this is the the Tartelette in Bloom. This is still available. So if you want to go get this one, this is a good all round one, I think. But I pulled it out of the drawer. Again, why did I ever stop using it? We don't know. I'm using an E55. Yes, we do know, because I get so many palettes. And I'm going to go to this Charmer color, which is very, very chalk white. It's almost like chalk. And I'm going to go right under the brow with it. Really brighten up the brow. Also put it on the inner corner of my eye right there. Really brightens it up. You know what I didn't do that I think I want to do today? I'm always vacillating back and forth whether or not I want to put on concealer under my eyes, because it is so thick and you have wrinkles there. I'm using the Age Rewind, Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and this is in the color Light Pale. And I'm just going to do a little bit, and I'll tell you why, where I just went over that with cream. I realized it wasn't taking very well, so always go past the eye, right past the eye, and that brightens it up. Now, I also can go down here. I think I will. Don't worry, I know I already did my blush, but we'll make it work. I'm going to go in those creases a little. But I can make it work. Don't worry. Don't worry. You who like to do things only in a certain order, that freak out at this kind of stuff, it's like, chill. Okay. Please chill, I should say. And we're just going to lightly, and over the eye, we're just going to use it as primer. Use our concealer as primer. And just blend that out, and then down a little. First side of the nose, down a little. Just down a little. And what that does is it kind of blends it into what you already have going on. Yeah. Also can't hurt to go that way. Yeah, pat it in a little. Yeah, kind of woke up the center of my face. Now I can finish with my makeup. I feel like this will make this stick better, because the mattes, you know, mattes just don't always stick as good. So I'm going back into Charmer, and I'm going to get right on that inner corner. Yeah, it sticks so much better. Get my bangs out of the way. And of course, this is almost like a nude, so you're not expecting a lot of color. It's just a brightening, whitening color, but it's not super, it's not frosted or anything, so it's not going to be super brightening. And you can kind of just go on the edges to where it just brightens things up. Now, I can also do a shimmer, but this shimmer is more like a champagne. I don't use Flower Child, because that's more like a beigey white. I think I'll use Funny Girl, and I'll use it on the lid first and see how that does with this same brush. Yeah, that works. I'm going to go ahead and go into the this inner area with that and blend it out, and maybe a little bit out under the brow too. Yeah, wicks it up a little more. So that's a good test we just did. And as you can see, it's going on very, very well, because we already had powder on, so it's nice and smooth. It's not chunky or getting stuck anywhere. And because we use the concealer as a primer. I'm just going to use what's left over to go under there. Just give a little bit of shimmer. Actually, that needs a little more. Even. Okay. Alright, now we're going to use a large fluffy, which is an E50 by Sigma. And I'm going to choose one of these three kind of transition neutral shades, and I'm going for Smarty Pants. It's kind of more the tan than the taupe. And we're just gonna, it's just kind of like a tan neutral. It's just a good background for what else we're gonna do. As you can see, good coverage. These are creamy. They have nice coverage, like all palettes. When you're using a brush in particular, you're going to get fallout, so Don't be surprised when you get fallout. I've never seen one that didn't, except my Tom Ford, I think. That's really good makeup. That Tom Ford was really good makeup. It's expensive, but I'm glad I have one in the sense that it's something good to compare to. I may use a little more of this, y'all, because I'm wearing blues. I may use more of this taupey color and blend it in with that one. Just kind of tone down the yellowy of this brown a little. I don't know that it did. It's very yellowy. But anyway, now I'm going to use this kind of taupey brown out here. It's very, very dark. So here we go. Actually, I'm going to mix that with Leader, which has got a burgundy tone to it. And let's just mix the two and see how that goes. Stay in the crease. I'm using a tapered blending brush, and I'm going very slow because I don't want this powder going everywhere. And as you can see, even as slow as I went, look how it went right there. So what do? As soon as possible, get your duo fiber blending brush. Where'd it go? Where's my duo fiber blending brush? What? Oh, I have so many brush cuts, y'all. Duo fiber is very light on the end, so it's good to just flick away stuff. It's not working. I may have to use a makeup wipe, which is very complicated at this point. Let's see, just a little rub. Sometimes when you rub, y'all, it makes it worse. So I think it got it. Okay. That's an interesting color, especially when I blend it. So then we're going to go back to this. This is Smoke Show right here in Leader. And I'm going to roll it in the pan because it is a tapered blending brush to make sure that it gets to the short and long brushes, brush hairs in this particular kind of brush because it's tapered. Did that make sense? Oops, I accidentally went up a little, so I'm going to have to come up a little over here now. But even this isn't as... And then I'm going to bring this in. Come out and go in. Also going to roll this and get the side that didn't have any. Yeah. There. I think that's even. And now underneath, I am going to purposely choose the, I'm going to go next to it. I'm just being like rainbow eyes. I'm going to do Rebel, which is a little more peachy tone. And I'm going to use a pencil brush and come underneath my eye, which means it will not be as focused as my smudge brush. It comes down lower, as you can see. And that gives a good backdrop for your smudge brush if you want more than one color. Hey, have y'all been visiting Makeup by Jonee? Jonee, sorry. .com. Jonee. makeupbyjonee.com. I met her at Ulta last week, and I encourage y'all to go visit her. She is a makeup artist, and let's just try to give her some love. If you have something coming up that you could use her, then use her. Alright, now I am going to go back to Smoke Show, the really dark brown, and I'm going to use a smudge brush. Instead of the wide side, I'm going to use the little skinny side and go right by the lashes only. Just right at the lashes. There. And see, now you've got this dark color right on the lashes, and right below it is that Rebel color. Just make it interesting on a Saturday. Sometimes people make fun of us for the faces that we make when we're doing our makeup. But you know, I think that's because you naturally know what to do to make your skin move. And I'm going to use the same color to fill in the brow. Maybe even shape the brow today. Yeah. See if it'll work on this side because I don't have as much left now. No. Be sure don't put too much on the brush. We'll just do this outer area. through and up. Very good. Did it. Did it. There. And I need to get that little place right there. And sometimes just your skin. Ah! What in the world was on my skin? That wasn't on my finger. It must have been over powder. That's okay. I'll get it. Now I've got two little eyebrows there. But this is real life, real time stuff. And I don't have, are you kidding me? I don't have a Neutrogena wipe. And I don't have, oh, I do have this. I'll shut up. I will never shut up. Well, I might. Depending on how this thing goes, who knows what I'm going to be doing. We'll see what the Lord has in store. He may make me voiceless. I wonder what that would mean. Have you ever asked yourself, what would you be if you didn't have blah? What is it? So what would you be if you didn't have your voice? What would you do? How would you praise the Lord? How would you reach out to others? It'd be interesting. I hope God doesn't put me through that test. But sometimes he does. And people say, God doesn't do that. God only does good. God, of course God only does good. It's just our definition of good may not be his. And sometimes he puts us through trials that are for our betterment, that are for our maturity, and that may not always be for our fun. Alright, so, by the way, I'm celebrating Easter for the life, the death, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, because that's why I'm saved. That's how I'm saved. So yes, but I enjoy a good bunny. I don't mind having bunnies around any time. I like bunnies as decor. What about y'all? Do y'all like bunnies as decor? I like having little pictures and stuff like that of nature around. I like nature. Okay. I have to blend that a little because I'm all white there now.